Okay, so this is a question for you watching. Do you drive a car in the country that you're located in right now? Do you have a driver's license? Do you drive? If so, then this is going to be your video. This is an interesting concept. In my opinion, it's both a silly concept and a maybe interesting, maybe good concept. This is actually what's happening in Australia, where I live. All right, now, for the longest time, if you wanted to get a car license, if you were a beginner, a learner, you have to have a L plate, a magnetically stuck on or plastic L plate stuck on your car to let other people know that you're a learner, right? As you progress with your learning skills, this is mandatory, right? You have to have this, right? But as you progress with your learning skills, you then get a red P plate, and you're limited to 90 kilometers per hour, as of course with the L plate, you're still limited to 90 kilometers per hour. But then of course, when you get to the third and the last plate, you go to 100 kilometers per hour. You're not allowed to exceed that speed limit, right? Does that make sense? What does the P stand for? Well, the provisional P1 license, or red Ps, is the next step after your learner's license. The P1 license is the first license allowing you to drive without supervision. To apply for your red Ps, you must first pass the hazard perception test, HPT. Sounds like a sexually transmitted disease, but anyway. These are basically the plates that you get, right? Well, apparently there's a new scheme now to get a new, different kind of plate on your car, potentially, maybe. Return plates, a plate to recognize drivers returning to the road after a potential crash or something like that. So this is what the thing would look like, right? This is the thing on the back of the car. Now, gosh, when I first heard about this, I was kind of like, come on, you cannot be serious. Because I live in New South Wales, Australia, and New South Wales, Australia is on a lot of times known as the nanny state. We call it the nanny state because there's so many rules and regulations, and to keep us children safe. We're the nanny state, right? It just felt like one of those situations. A quick read from this, and then I'm going to show you a YouTube video from the actual company. Yeah, if that sounds exciting to you guys, let me know, because I don't really know if you guys actually like this or not. Like and subscribe if you feel like it. 4 videos a week, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. I almost stuffed that one up. Anyway, going back to the situation, this is about a company called My Car Tire and Auto. They've launched blue R plates for recovering drivers. Now, this is not mandatory in Australia at the moment. Not, okay? Hopefully it doesn't ever become mandatory. Quick read though. A vehicle service and repair company has launched a blue R plate to identify drivers who are returning to the road after having an accident, all right? Suffering a road trauma or after a long break from driving, all right? My car Tire and Auto says the scheme, which it might just be that, right? In which to get publicity, in which you can download the blue plate from online, right? It is aimed to encourage empathy from other road users. Now, the aim of the blue plate is to flag to other drivers that those who show the blue plate, they need more care and more space on the road, all right? It is, once again, an unofficial scheme and does not need official endorsement from state or territorial authorities. But the company is urging people to sign an online petition to have the R plates adopted and recognized nationwide. It's a promotional video for the plates, which it describes as a people first initiative. In this promotional video, I should say. Now, the company poses the question, how can we care for other people if we can't see their pain? An expert in transportation safety, University of Melbourne professor Jason, said that it was important to acknowledge what drivers could be going through. Returning to the road can be a scary and nerve-wracking experience, so even just having those feelings recognized could help people to recover faster. I saw another website and I just quickly wanted to read this, right? This is the first thing we've already said, but I'll just quickly read it anyway. Contrary to some media reports, the controversial idea for an R plate, similar to government-sanctioned LNP plates, right, for learners and professional drivers. It's not an official proposed law by any transport authority in Australia. Instead, it is an idea conjured up by a public relations firm trying to generate publicity for one of its clients, a popular chain of independent tyre manufacturer, mechanical workshops. Look, I'm starting to understand now what's going on. Okay, anyway. Let's watch a video. Before I get too much biased one way or the other, let's watch a quick video. And I had it here before, and I don't know if I can find it now. Well, let's quickly go to the videos and see if I can find it. All right, here we go.
My name is Dr. Jason Thompson. I'm an associate professor at the University of Melbourne. I work in the area of post-traumatic recovery. Every year in Australia, about 50,000 people are involved in a road incident that requires some level of hospitalisation or treatment. Often we focus very much on the physical injuries that people have, and once those physical injuries are fixed or healed, we think that the person is better. And that might be the case, but for a lot of people, it's the psychological trauma
I can understand
that is
that.
the ongoing problem for them. I think the thing that I constantly find most interesting is that it's so unspoken in the community. But as soon as you talk about it, everyone has an example. Themselves, their family, their friends, it suddenly bubbles to the surface. That's a huge burden that Australia carries, and it's something that we can do something about. And I think this campaign is a great start. So I'm holding here an R plate, and it's provided for people to signal to themselves and to other drivers that they are returning to the road. And it raises awareness that it's not just a physical issue, it's also got significant psychological issues associated with it that we can all be more aware of. Over a quarter of Australians, when surveyed, said that having a physical plate or sign on their car would help them feel more supported because it would signal to other drivers to give them a little bit more space on the road. I think that it's the sort of thing that can help bring this to the surface and help have a community conversation about what road trauma means to people and what it means to really recover from a road incident.
I did have that video sped up a little bit by one times just to make it a little faster, and so we don't get a copyright claim, hopefully not. Anyway, I understand what they're saying. I understand what they're saying. He basically said that 1/4 of Australians that they surveyed would want something like this, while the rest 3/4 are basically laughing their asses off. I mean, that's essentially it, isn't it? Okay. I see both sides of the situation. Absolutely, there are certain people that have experienced terrible road trauma that may want something like this to let people know that, hey, you know, I'm returning, and I'm learning once again to drive and to be confident as a driver. I can understand that, but at the same time, it kind of feels like a publicity stunt. And gosh, can you imagine if this ever became a true legally binding thing that we start to put these on just like we put these on? I mean, that would kind of suck. I mean, that's kind of how Australia's going, right? They took our guns away. I kind of do agree on that 100%. Australia is a lot safer compared to places like America, okay? But that's just me on that one. So I understand what they're saying, but at the same time, it looks like it's just a commercial, a bit of a endorsement for this company. I mean, if you were to have one of these on your car, you're basically telling other people that know what that R stands for. You're basically telling them that you've maybe fucking killed someone. I mean, I shouldn't be laughing. It's a terrible situation. Road crashes and stuff like that. Honestly, truly, in some cases, truly terrible situations that, you know, it destroys families. Okay, and I'm not making fun or making light on that situation whatsoever. Absolutely not. But I just think that if someone has confident issues driving a car, again, after a potential crash, or you've seen a crash happen or something like that, I mean, we've already got the answer for that. Just put one of these on your car again instead of looking like an escaped mental patient. I don't know. Am I being too, what's the word? Am I being too empathetic? Unempathetic? I don't know. But it just seems like the nanny state, the nanny country, Australia, is back at it again with this. Look, well, I obviously want you guys to let me know what you think about this. Let me know in the comments down below, and let's get a conversation going. We're on both these channels, 2 and 1. We're making live videos for a week. Those social medias at Tallboy Gareth. Like and subscribe. I've been Tall. My name's Gareth, and I'll see you beautiful people tomorrow. Yeah.